Okay, when we talk of insurance and investments, it raises lots of different emotions in the hearts of people. Too boring, too complicated, not my cup of tea. It could be a plethora of emotions that run through your mind when you have to actually make a purchase decision, and it's better left to somebody else to do. Right? And especially when we've seen that when women have to do this, they lean on their fathers or their husbands or other influencers to take those calls for them. This is natural behavior, and I'm making a generalization. I mean, I've seen some of the smartest investors being women, and with a little bit of extra thought and orientation and a little bit of effort, each one of you can become quite a smart and savvy investor and protect yourself and your family from future exigencies, which is what the job of insurance products is. And the reason I say this is because emotionally, women are far more connected with purchase decisions. We've seen that when they're trying to buy a shopping bag, when they're trying to buy shoes. I'm sure you've been in that position at some point in time. They're more involved investors. They're more involved people in general. And I think that allows for leveraging the inherent abilities that the women population have in making these purchase decisions. When we talk of investments, what do we say? We say that, this is something that you need to research about, this is something that you need expert advice on, and this is something that will hold you in a position of strength if you have enough information. Now, the complexity of that information is sometimes what scares everybody. But when you take simple, objective decisions based on, I want to save so much money for a certain purpose in the future. May it be child's education, it could be travel, it could be pension for the future. You want to retire well, you want to keep your standard of living in the event that income is not necessarily steady. If you take these simple decisions, break them down into simple topics and do a little bit of research yourself without going to an expert, you'll find that there are enough articles available on this community and on various other such communities in being able to educate you to take the first few steps in taking the right investment decision. What is insurance? Insurance is basically nothing but simple protection, and we confuse that with complicated monetary and decisions which revolve around finances. To protect yourself from a possible event in the future, that could be death, could be it could be death, it could be poor health, it could be loss of income. It's very easy to get yourself covered if you only were to go and identify what is that protection need, and how do you start, where do you start, what do you do. These are the kind of questions that scare people from getting involved in the insurance purchase decision. So what do? We leave it to somebody else to decide for us. Right? We call an agent, we call our friends, we call our husband or our father to take that decision. And why do we do that? Because everybody in the office is working towards getting and saving some tax. Or everybody in the community is talking about it's tax saving season, I made some income, but I want to protect that income from having to pay a set of taxes if I can invest it in an insurance policy. But these are actually the absolute incorrect ways in which you make insurance purchase decision. You need to understand what the need is. You need to understand what need are you protecting, and then buy a product which suits those needs. When we talk about insurance for women, there is very little awareness in terms of who needs to buy insurance, what kind of insurance needs to be bought, and what is the end goal of that individual who's protecting herself. We're talking about identification of a specific need. Let's take the example of breast cancer. There's increasing awareness of breast cancer in our market, in our environment, right? And the incident rates are also going up. How many people do actually know what it costs to treat breast cancer? And these are not topics that you and I talk about on a day-to-day basis in social gatherings. However, when this happens to somebody that we know, we're worried, right? And what do? We leave it to somebody else to decide what kind of health insurance plan that we want to buy. That's where the problem starts. Why not go and read about what is the availability of insurance products for this particular protection need? Why not understand what it costs to treat something like this and then go and search for a product that will effectively cover your insurance need in the event that the unfortunate occurrence of breast cancer happens. It's as simple as that. And I would request for each of you to take the first step in your investment and insurance orientation to be able to drive yourself to just read a little snippet on this community on a day-to-day basis. We'll guide you through the next steps in future such episodes. Thank you.